Welcome to the Next Level Facebook Ads Podcast with Phil Graham. We help you master Facebook ads and give you an unfair advantage over your competition. Are you ready? Let's go.
What's up, my friends? Welcome to the Next Level Facebook Ads Podcast, episode 330. Phil Graham here. Today, I'm going to be sharing 6 powerful Facebook and Instagram ad targeting hacks for audiences that are working really well right now. So Facebook ad targeting and audiences, no, you shouldn't just let Facebook do it for you or set it and forget it or just choose one audience and never try another one. How you choose your audiences, how you do your targeting can be a huge factor in your success. And yes, there's lots of variables of what to do and when to do it, depending on certain clients and situations and stuff. But I'll tell you what, we've got so many audiences that are really hot that we love. And some of these audiences could really crush it for you. So I'm going to be sharing 6 of some of my favorites that are super powerful that you guys should test. Also, don't miss out. Next week, I'm going to be doing an episode about how to crush Facebook ads during the holidays, no matter what kind of business you are. So my friends, I'm glad you're here. Welcome to September. This is crazy. The year is going so fast. And I'm excited about today's topic because I'll tell you what, people do not focus enough on the right audiences when it comes to ad success. And that is a huge factor in people's success many times. So this is going to be really important to learn. Before we jump into the 6 audiences that I recommend, just a quick note, if you guys are looking for one-on-one coaching so you can learn ads the right way, or if you actually want somebody to run your ads for you, you can just go to my website, philgrahamdigital.com, or you can DM me on Instagram at philgrahamdigital. And I would love to connect with you. So let's jump right in. I want to share my 6 powerful targeting hacks. Most of these involve something I call audience stacking. It's not just one audience, it's combining a couple different audiences. That can be insanely powerful. Now, these 6 may not all apply to you, but certainly some of them will, if not most of them. So one of my favorites, audience number 1, the hack that I use is I combine a lookalike audience with 1 or 2 demographics and then 1 either interest or behavior. So lookalike plus a demographic plus an interest or a behavior. That's super powerful. So for example, you could have a lookalike audience and then the demographic that you could combine could be somebody that has an upcoming birthday, for example, or it could be somebody in a certain age range, or both of those things, or even a certain location. But let's say lookalike plus upcoming birthday, and then for an interest or a behavior, let's say they could be a frequent traveler. Lookalike with a birthday coming up in the next 30 days who likes to travel. That would be an example of a really good audience stack. It is very specific, and you could really have fun with that because you don't just target to them, but then you match your ad copy to that exact kind of person, and it can be really powerful. And obviously, I just chose random ones. Maybe you don't choose traveler. Maybe you choose something else. And maybe instead of upcoming birthday, you choose a different demographic. There's so many different options. You can just go crazy with this. It's so much fun. I feel like I'm a little scientist in the laboratory doing these things because there's all kinds of times where I'll find a combination of things that might work okay by themselves, but combined with other things, they really work well. And it's just like crazy. So make sure you guys are looking through all the different options and trying some different things. Now, don't make the mistake of doing too many options, because if you do, you'll never know why something didn't work or why it did work. And that's not good. So you want to limit this to just a couple, just like 1 lookalike, 1 or 2 demographics, and one interest or behavior. That way, you can quickly identify what made it work. Or if it didn't work, you can change something until it does. So that's audience number one. Audience number two, I really like this one. I just use purchase behavior to behavior. So purchase behavior and engaged shoppers. That doesn't mean people who are engaged to be married. It means people who have clicked on a shop now button on Facebook in the last week. So test purchase behavior engaged shoppers. Even if you're not e-commerce, this can still be a really good audience to test because it shows that people are willing to click shop now. They're willing to look at ads and engage with them, which a lot of people do. But this narrows it down even further to people who have been doing it recently. Try purchase behavior engaged shoppers as the second test. My third audience hack that I really like is Advantage Plus audiences. Now, not everybody has this, just certain ad accounts do. Facebook is still rolling these out and testing these different places. We've got it on some client accounts and not on others. But for the client accounts that we have it on, that we've used it on, sometimes it works really well. Other times it doesn't work anywhere near as well as our other things, but when it does, it can work extremely well. So it's definitely worth testing. Advantage Plus is very broad. You're not going to target anything based off of behaviors or interests or anything. Facebook is just going to do their thing. And like I said, sometimes it can work really well, but don't just think it's like a magic button and that's all you need, because sometimes it doesn't work well. That's where testing comes in. But I really like Advantage Plus audiences. If you have not tried them, I highly recommend you use them. One little quick note about that. If you have a very small budget, it may not be the best thing to try. You could still try it, but it definitely helps to have a larger budget when it comes to that kind of audience. Audience number 4 is very specific. It's something I've used quite a bit, and it may or may not apply to your exact audience, but I like it, and it's done well in many different situations. I like to combine 3 things: people that like Peloton, people that like and shop at Whole Foods, and then moms. It doesn't have to be moms either, but that's just, I've had certain clients where we were targeting moms. Those 3 combined worked really well in certain situations. So you might want to try that. Like I said, it may not apply exactly to you, but Peloton, Whole Foods, and moms, that's one audience stack that has worked really well for us for certain situations. So you might want to try that, or you could tweak it a little bit. I think you get the idea though. What you didn't see or hear was I didn't have 20 different options, did I? There's just 3. And so I'm quickly going to be able to find out why it didn't work or why it did work. And that's very powerful, because that's going to help us to get better and better and do more of what works and change what doesn't. Okay. Hack number 5, audience number 5. I really like micro location ads, meaning you're going to really target a specific location. You might already do this, like if you're a local business, but even if you're not, let's say you target all of the US or all of the UK or wherever you are, Australia, anywhere. If you target the whole country, you could still run an ad or some separate ads that just target certain states or even certain cities or counties in addition to your broad stuff. And then you could match your message with your ad copy. You can match that message to the location you're targeting. You can even mention the location in your ad copy, and it becomes very specific to them, and it can help it stand out. That's so powerful. We've used that a lot, and it works insanely well in a lot of circumstances. So definitely try micro location ads, even if you are global. And then last, but of course not least, number 6, we could not talk about audiences without talking about retargeting. So obviously I love retargeting. That's one of the biggest ways that people succeed, is through retargeting their warm audience. And your audience that's warm was created by having really good cold audience ads. So retargeting is really important. We do different types of retargeting ads. You can do 3-day or 14-day abandoned cart ads or abandoned lead ads. I did an episode on that just, I think, a few weeks ago in regards to abandoned leads. You can do broad retargeting where you're retargeting everyone who is engaged with your business or visited your website. Another really good retargeting hack that most people don't know about is, let's say you've got an email list and you send out a weekly or monthly email. Well, what you can do is, I wouldn't do this on every email, but every once in a while, especially on important ones, especially if you're making an offer, you can do this. You can get a list of the people that did not open your email from your email provider. You can export that list as a CSV of their email addresses. Then you can upload it to Facebook as a custom audience. And then you can essentially run that email as an ad to your email subscribers that didn't open their email. And you could either do it word for word, or you could literally tweak the ad to, really look like it's in the right place. It doesn't look like an email, but the same messaging is there. That's super powerful. So you guys, these 6 hacks for targeting are insanely good for us. I love it. I hope you guys try it. And again, don't make the mistake of using too many options, because that can really hurt you. And then secondly, make sure that when you're doing this, you're matching your ad copy to whoever you're targeting. I mean, if you're doing a micro location and you're not talking about the location in your ads, well, that's not very good, right? I mean, geez, make sure you're matching your ad copy to your audience. That's part of the power of all this. And then in addition to all this, also, yes, have a mix of broad audiences and segmented audiences. And that's something that's worked extremely well for us. So I hope this was helpful. Make sure you guys try these out. Episode 330 is in the books. Don't forget, next week, we're going to be talking about how to succeed with ads during the holidays, no matter what kind of business you've got. And again, if you want to get in touch, philgrahamdigital.com is the website, or you can DM me on Instagram at philgrahamdigital. And I will talk to you on next week's episode. Peace out.
Thanks for listening to the Next Level Facebook Ads Podcast. Please remember to subscribe and share this with all your friends. For show notes, more tips, and to learn more about Phil, please visit philgrahamdigital.com/podcast.